I am doing another meal prep video for the week. Starting out this morning, I am making some chicken breast for my husband for his lunch so that he can just have this on hand all week and pull out a piece or two each day. So I have chicken breast with seasoning on top. I'm going to put drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the top. I have my oven preheated at 375. I'm going to bake this chicken for probably about 40 minutes or so. Just depending on how it goes. I have my cauliflower off to the side. I'm going to make a big batch of my cauliflower chicken. I have my seasonings ready to be pulled out and put onto everything, which I've already done on my chicken, but then I'm going to put it on my cauliflower. And then I'm going to make some quinoa and some other things. So just wanted to kind of give you a beginning start here. So this is what I'm doing, seasoning of the chicken. Gonna have that on hand. What I was gonna do was make some quinoa to have on hand. Last week when I made my quinoa, it lasted me for a couple of days, which was awesome. I like to be able to just grab it out because the way I make my quinoa is different probably than most people. So I was just gonna go ahead and tell you really quickly. So I put my quinoa in the steamer. So I have 2 cups of quinoa in here and then equal parts water. I put it in my steamer. I set my steamer, this particular one, for 45 minutes, and I steam my quinoa. Now, what I have found is that, for me anyway, I'm not the best at making either quinoa or rice on the stove. I don't know why. I just am not good at it. I find when I make it this way, it's very soft, it's very fluffy, and it's just better. So I literally just, well, like I said, just make a huge batch of it, keep it on hand during the week, and get the time out of the way now as I'm doing the other meal prepping, and then I will have it on hand. So that's my quinoa. You can add, at this point, you can also, if you want to, and I've done in the past, you can put some seasoning in there to have it on while you're steaming it. Sometimes I'll put some onion powder, garlic powder, or something like that. But I just kind of wanted to keep it plain this time, so I didn't put any seasoning on it. Anyway, so that's my quinoa. The other thing that I decided to make this morning to have on hand is going to be my cabbage and carrot, like sauteed or whatever. Normally I would just get a head of cabbage and cut it up and then put it into a pan and saute it up with like celeries and onions and stuff. But today they had these bags of coleslaw for 5 for $5 and they were already cut, so I'm just going to use these. I'm going to saute the coleslaw blend up, which is the green cabbage, carrots, and red cabbage, and then I'm also going to add. This is a frozen thing that they had at Kroger for 10 for 10. It's onions, carrots, and celery, and add that too. And then I'm going to saute that up, and then I'll show you. I think today I'm going to go ahead and do it with the tomato paste, and I will show you that when I get there. Romaine hearts that I bought at Costco that you guys saw in my grocery haul, and if you did not see my grocery haul, I will link it below. I'm going to, another meal that I'll have on hand this week is going to be when I have my my quinoa all steamed up, then you make little lettuce wraps with the romaine lettuce, and then you put a little bit of avocado and some hot sauce. You could add, I don't know, I guess you could add some onion, you can add whatever you want, but those are a really good lunch to have on hand. Actually, what I might even do is add some of my cauliflower chicken. I already have one batch in the oven. And then this one's ready to go. And then as I just showed you, I have my cabbage, my celery, my carrots, all of this sauteing up in the pan to have that on hand too. Again, I'll show you that when it's finished. I'm going to go ahead and cut, which I already have cut the celery for Larry's lunch. I have said this like 500 times, probably sound like a broken record, but I put the celery in foil, as you can see, and he just grabs one of the little guys there and throws them in his lunch for his hummus, and it stays good for weeks. A lot of times it doesn't last because he eats a lot of it, but the last time you had it stayed for what, 3 weeks? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 3 weeks. So anyway, another good storage tip for you. But yeah, I've already had these pre-ready to go so that when he is packing his lunch, he will be able to just grab it. My cabbage is sauteing up beautifully, and I went ahead, I had some asparagus left over from last week. Again, the tip was to put your asparagus in water just at the bottom, like the bottom tips just sit in water almost like a plant, and it stays fresh longer, and it did. It stayed fresh for about a week, a little over a week. When I say fresh, I mean it was still crispy, it was still good to go. So I just said, what the heck, threw it in there, had some of that in there too, and then I'm going to add my tomato paste. I get this at Costco, the Kirkland organic tomato paste. I'm going to add 1 can. It's a 6-ounce can. And I'm going to add 1 can of that and 2 cans of the same size of water into this, and then let it just kind of simmer for a while, and I will show you that too. And that I also add chili powder as well. So I'm going to add some chili powder along with the tomato paste. I just sprinkle it in there too. I don't have an exact amount. I'm not good with amounts. There. So the quinoa is finished. I put it in a container. I'll put a lid on that once it cools down. Sorry, I'm charging my phone as I'm showing you. My cabbage, carrot, asparagus, tomato paste concoction. Where I got the idea from this was, my mom used to make beef goulash when we were growing up, and she would use, obviously she would use meat, but then she would also use egg noodles, and she pretty much did the same. She didn't use cabbage, obviously, so I replaced the noodles with cabbage, and then I just pretty much used the same recipe, and it really tastes the same, obviously without the noodles or the beef, but the taste is still like that kind of a taste. I don't know how to explain it, but you almost just have to try it. I have made this dish for so many people who would never even think about having it, and they absolutely love it. I mean, there's no carbs, or I should say the carbs are extremely low. Definitely not the same as an egg noodle. There's no beef in it. There's nothing. This is completely vegan, vegetarian, however you want to look at it. And like I said, I just thought to throw the asparagus in there because why not? What you could do, you could even put that with the quinoa. I've done that in the past. If you wanted that extra bit, but it is absolutely delicious. What I also do after I plate it up is I put hot sauce on it, and then sometimes if I have some avocado, I will slice up some avocado and put that on top. But guys, I gotta tell you, this is so satisfying and so delicious. Just try it. Basically, again, all I did was saute cabbage, carrots, celery, and onion, sauteed that up, and I added, once everything was nice and soft, I added 1 can of 6-ounce tomato paste with 2 of the same size 6 ounces of water, so that would be 12 ounces of water. Combined all of that and just let it simmer up, and then this is what you get, and I can't tell you enough how good it is. Anyway, moving on. I've went on enough about my cabbage dish, but I'm telling you it's good. Again, this is stuff for me and my husband to have on hand. I boiled up some eggs to have for salads, or just to have to grab and go. Beautiful friend of mine at the studio brought us some farm fresh eggs. So these are brown organic eggs. Awesome. Thank you. And I also have my cauliflower chicken done, and that's ready to be put up in a container. And then made this, like I said, for my husband to have on hand to grab for his lunch/dinner at work. He also has some baked beans to have along with them. We have the romaine lettuce for salads. What else? Oh, and he has some soup too, so he can pull that as well. I'm going to cut up probably not all, I'm going to cut up half of the oranges that are in my basket, because half the battle with oranges is just having to peel them when you want them. So I like to have them already ready, peeled up and in a container, so I can literally just grab them and go. I have my bananas on hand to grab and go. And then again, Meijer had their strawberries still 5 for $5, so I'm just going to cut those up and put them in a container as well. And I think that's all I'm going to do today. I have cauliflower chicken that has not been baked yet, ready to go, because I like it cold as well, but I also thought I would just have it ready to go when I run out of the other, and it's already just seasoned and marinated and ready to go. Because again, cutting, washing, chopping, all of that is half the battle when you're doing all these meal preps. So if you can get whatever steps you can get out of the way that makes life easier, then by all means you should do it. Okay, so I think this is going to be it that I'm going to prepare today. I am going to go outside, go for a walk, because the sun is finally shining and then you don't have to wear a snowsuit to go outside. I hope everybody has a great week. Let me know what you think of these videos, and let me know what you've made ahead of time and whatnot. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. I'll show you. I did cut up the oranges and the strawberries, and they look delicious. Didn't try strawberry, but definitely was eating on the oranges as I was cutting them up, and they are so sweet and delicious. These are the organic navel oranges. Got them from Meijer. Delicious and juicy. See you guys. Bye.